what are the biggest challenges that you face with securing your SAP systems? Now, interestingly, even though it dropped significantly from 48% to 35% from last year to this year, keeping up with SAP security notes, patches, and updates was still the biggest challenge for respondents as a whole. But I mean, you can see that protecting data dropped from 42% to 23%. I'm not quite sure what drove that. And even securing custom code went from 43% last year to just 13% this year. Perhaps because organizations are already taking action to protect and do something with that custom code, particularly if they're in the process of a transformation or a transition to SAP S/4HANA, or they're preparing for that move in the future. Now, if you look at this once again by maturity, those with the greatest cybersecurity maturity were most concerned about malware being downloaded through end user systems, 42%, password misuse, sharing, or compromise, 33%, and a lack of cybersecurity resources, 33%. So if you'll notice, like password misuse, sharing, or compromise is just 18% for all respondents. Although lack of cybersecurity resources is actually, fifth on the list there. Um, so that is a bit more of a factor. Those with a slightly lower cybersecurity maturity um, were most challenged by keeping up with patches and updates, 50%, ensuring segregation of duties, 43%, and the lack of collaboration between security operations and SAP teams. I'm sorry, that's those with the least cybersecurity maturity, not those that are in the middle. But I mean, that sort of aligns with, what we've sort of seen earlier. Those with the least cybersecurity maturity are focused on more traditional SAP security, which is more GRC focused. For example, that's why ensuring patches and updates, ensuring segregation of duties. I can't even read what I'm looking at. Ensuring segregation of duties is so important for those respondents. And then, something else that is potentially resolved by having a greater executive support or stronger executive support is that lack of collaboration between security operations and SAP teams. Now, I mean, it's a little below halfway down the list for all respondents at 20%, but 36% of those with the least cybersecurity maturity and investment had a problem with that. So it's obviously more of a problem for those that don't have strong executive support. Now, it is obviously something you can solve over time, and you can have your, IT teams and your security operations teams and your SAP teams collaborating to ensure security. But it is interesting that there are such significant differences between those with the most maturity and those with the least maturity, when it comes to, what are the challenges that they face in securing their SAP systems.